Well, good morning, everyone. It's a hot day down here in the south of England, and we're making the most of summer. Now, I haven't yet this summer risked swimming in the Thames because of all the pollution, and that's a first for me. So let's get started. So the river. One of the greatest challenges I believe in life, and I experience it, is the letting go and the releasing to the river carrying us out to the ocean. And ultimately, as in Buddhist philosophy, when we surrender to that river, we are letting go, and each time it becomes a small death. So I just need to mute everyone. So as we travel down the river and we surrender, each moment becomes a surrender. Ultimately, of course, the biggest surrender will be to dying from this physical form, but we practice it each day. And it's hard. It's hard for all of us to let go because we're wired to hold on, because that's the fear response. Fear will always wire us to hold on. And when we release, we have to do it nearly consciously because it doesn't come easily. So if you hold one hand in a fist, that's that we're holding on to whatever it is today. And you try to prise that open, it's not likely to come open because it's a forced action. But when something bigger, which is our greater self, or that which is the ocean really, hovers over it and gently nurtures that fear reaction, it actually, you'll notice, it's a really good meditation nearly to do that. As you gently hold that fear, it starts releasing of its own accord. So as we come today, we're going to work on releasing fear and allowing ourselves to flow, whatever it is that we need to leave behind today in order to embrace fully the presence of just simply being. We can consciously choose to be in the present moment. And that's not easy. I don't find it easy. I've had the children all weekend, the grandchildren. We were on the community garden working yesterday, and my mind's going through everything that has to be done until I let go of that, the need to control. And I just watched the children's joy making a tunnel to pick the red currants because they were all hidden beneath. And then I see the joy, and that's true of all of us. So welcome to this class on the river, moving out towards the ocean. So as we sit comfortably. Carmen reminded me today of how important it is to sit on a high enough cushion so that your back can feel straight. So feeling into your own cushion. Let your back hold you. When we have our own back, it is a bit like the hovering of the gentleness that can actually help release the rest to feel safe. Let your breath come deeper. Feel into your sitting bone. Well, sitting bones. Feel where your feet are. Feel yourself really centered right in between the hips and the pelvis. just to enjoy being who you are. Feeling your breath coming deeper, softening your face, closing your eyes, and breathing deeper. Surrender to the river. As it carries us, we do not know where, but we have this moment, we have this day. To trust and enjoy. And as we trust ourselves and we home in ourselves, so we then have capacity for others. We cannot have capacity without ourselves having a full heart. It's feeling a bit more into your backbone and your stability before we tune in. Just letting yourself move and enjoy, like when you see a baby just gurgling and just giggling and moving because they're happy in their own bodies. Allow yourself a moment to be really content in your own body. Without bringing our hands, let's just rub them. Feeling into ourselves, into the center of our hands, the energy right at the heart center. Trusting that we're on the river that will ultimately flow to the same ocean. Feeling your breath in your belly. Feeling the slight pressure between your hands. And taking a deeper breath in and out. And in to begin. Om Namo Gurudev. Om Dev. Om Gurudev. Breathe in and allow yourself to be given the permission to be fully present in your body without fear. So we're going to begin by just feeling into the ground in front of us. This is the ground and the earth. And for the moment, I belong here. We till our lives, we till the ground. And we leave this earth with a harvest that we leave for others. Just honor the earth beneath your own feet. As women, we've nearly all women, because of the systems of the world, have struggled and have had to surrender often to very dominant powers. Just feeling now into our own power of love and gentleness and strength. moving your hands a bit further forward, feeling yourself stretching out in the pelvis, keeping your fingers in that contact with the earth. Looking backwards rather. Let's do a twist to the left or the right, holding one side, feeling the twist, looking over your shoulder, and to the other side. Okay, so the set is called Relaxing and Releasing Fear. So we're going to do the first two exercises standing up and feeling your feet, just moving your feet around a bit to feel them grounded and rooted. And then come in, bringing your hands just down to your knees or your below. We're doing a cat and cow, standing. So you're feeling into the earth, into your own grounding. As women, we often have given away that which is ours because we're wired to take care of and protect. And we learn it from being mothers and wives, daughters that we give. So we're holding our own ground, moving your head up on the in-breath and out on the out-breath. You can do it as fast or as slow as you want, feeling your whole spine moving a bit like a wave. Everything is symbolic of releasing and letting go. This is working quite strongly on the liver and the kidneys. And the liver is well known for holding on to our anger. And sometimes we've needed our anger. Just allowing ourselves to be grounded now through our feet. I think the full thing is to hold your legs straight. But sometimes I bend my knees a bit, but just feel into the posture that you can experience that spine moving up and down. Really feel into the spine, into your breath as it breathes you. And be mindful of each part of each vertebra as it's moving. Right up to the neck. Feeling down your legs. And as you start to feel a bit tired, just notice which part of you is feeling tired or which part is feeling a bit strained or tense. Notice your shoulders. See if each part can surrender to your spine and your legs that are holding you. And your breath, which is breathing through you. See if you can get an even bigger stretch. You'll feel it going right down your legs as you stretch more. Last few seconds. And slowly bend your knees and fold your way up to standing. Release your back by moving backwards a bit, stretching out, and move your feet just to release the posture. It's really important in the set that we stay very present to where we are now, just that moment of being present to ourselves. Because that's the other thing that fear will do, is always make us look towards the future or the past, because that's what we think will keep us safe, and it sometimes does. But just now, we're practicing being fully present. And now we're going to do like a Sufi grind, still standing, moving the body around in nice big circular motions. And I'm going to paste a nice water music. Hands on the hip. Move in big circles. Welcome to the water flow. Really nice big circles. Stay in your body, feel every part of your torso working. Breathing in up one side and out down the other. Include your neck. Look at surrendering to that rhythm. Making a circle now even bigger. Changing directions. Stay fully present. Last few seconds. And release down. And come down to sitting. Stretching out your legs in front. Just fold yourself over. Maybe you want to massage your knees. Anything that makes us feel safe, rather than neglecting ourselves in favor of others. Just focusing on feeling every part of your body safe. Reaching down to your toes, holding your back straight, your head gently down. Feeling that stretch along the sciatic nerve. Pulling your feet back to a flexed position. Everything working on the meridians of the body to create an environment where we can feel at home in our bodies, wherever the river takes us. And moving your toes around a bit, wiggle shaking out your hands, coming into the next exercise, which is going to be an easy pose. And it's a bit like this is going to be releasing anger. So your thumbs are inside your hands, and it's a bit like steering wheel, and you're going to move from the left to the right. So it becomes quite a powerful breath. Your hands are up, actually parallel to the ground. You're feeling both the tension and the dangers of the river around you. We need to feel the tension before we can release it. Again, working very powerfully on the liver, the kidneys. Breathing into the left and out to the right. You're moving your head as you go, looking over to your left and your right. Feel the tension in the hands. Few more seconds. Feel the tension. And come to the center. And release your hands and feel the sensation of the release. Just letting your hands move and surrender. The ocean refuses no river, however angry the river is, however polluted the river is. The ocean refuses no river. Allowing those rivers in which we are to be moving towards the ocean that never refuses a river. Releasing the tension, and yet recognizing the tension under which we have lived, often with abuse, just recognizing it, seeing it. The ocean receives us as we are. Just imagining yourself now floating and releasing that tension, which has been held often for generations. And we're going to do another exercise now. Also releasing tension. This time our hands are going to be up at 60 degrees with our hands open. And we're going to click our hands with our thumbs out. And it'll become a bit like a breath of fire. Really good if you've got any arthritis in your fingers. And continue playing this music, the ocean. Use your belly to breathe. See if you can relax your shoulders back. Let your spine support you. When you get tense, move your shoulders back a bit. Last few seconds. And breathe in. Bring your hands above your head. Hold it. Stretch. Pull the root lock. And release down slowly through your center, being fully centered. And relax. And just take a moment to notice how your body is in this moment. We're going to now work on the last of the ones that we're going to release, so the tension. So our thumbs again are inside our hands. Going to make fists, and we're going to breathe in as our arms are like this, ready to box, and then we're pushing out on the out breath. So in, and it sort of also hits the meridians right here in the lungs. And out breath. So you're pushing out and releasing the tensions that we've lived with, that are held inside the cells of our bodies. Feeling the strength of your core holding you from within. I'll continue with that music. And release down, release your hands. And release, surrender to whatever the river is doing today, wherever it's carrying us. The river holds its anger as it rushes over rocks and down waterfalls. It's fluid, and it moves then to soft places. We too must not deny ourselves these emotions that come up. Just taking deeper breaths. Moving your hands out in front, you're going to move them over. Just dropping your shoulders down so they're not tense, so keeping your shoulders relaxed. Just releasing the wrists and the hands. And releasing that, we're going to just do a few squats before we go into much quieter, gentler rivers. So we're going to, I find squats quite challenging, so I find it much better to have my hand against something to squat down so that keep your back straight. The whole exercise is to hold your hands on your shoulders and squat down. So do it a way that you can, but keeping your back as straight as you can. It doesn't matter how far you go down. Breathing in as you come up out as you go down. Watch your knees and keep your legs quite far apart to hold your stability. We're only doing a few. And you find as you surrender to it, I can find my body releases and relaxes so I can go further down. Make this your last one. Shake yourself out and come back down to sitting. And as we release from the strength of the previous postures, we're going to do some Sitali breathing. So tongues out, breathing in. If you can curl your tongue, do. Breathing in through the mouth and out through the nose. And just imagining yourself floating now in calmer waters. Just floating, letting the weight of the ocean or the river hold you. Releasing yourself, trusting yourself to the journey. We know when we tense up with fear, we sink, we lose our balance. Keeping the imagery of floating on that river, letting the river hold you. Let your nervous system completely relax and release any fear. And release. Feel your mouth. Move your tongue around your mouth. Notice any bitterness. Any dryness. surrendering to the river, to who you really are, and the journey. And so now we are going to move into very fluid movement of just dancing with our hands, however you want. I'm going to play the river, the ocean song again. Let your whole body move as if you're now playing in sparkly waters, like nymphs, water nymphs. Have a kind of slight smile on your face. Coming back, enjoying that sense of being playful in the river. Coming right home to the heart center. Going to move now onto our knees just for the last bit, just to, but if your knees are troubled, then don't do that, or just sit up on a cushion a bit. feeling comfortable, hands on your knees softly. Now imagining we're sort of sitting on a rock with the river around us, holding our center, and we're just bowing down to that river. And we're coming up. So just keep bowing down. You can continue doing it that way now, or you can come into easy pose with your hands behind your head and continue. It's a bit harder that way. Do it either way. And coming up and sitting. Honor the journey you're on, honor the river. We do not know fully the time or the day or the season, but we can be present in this very body we've been given as we release the tensions and that which we do not need to carry down the river. So we close 3 Satnams. Let's take a deep breath in to begin. Satnam. Satnam. Satnam.